Shalom. Um, Topic we're gonna get into the topic about a few laws on lining our hair and dreadlocks. And the question is it lawful? I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah, and double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well and out there teaching this truth and sincerity. I'm gonna get into some scriptures. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. The corners of thy beard. And, we go to the Hebrew word of round, the corners. Really, the word round
means to strike off skin, to go around, compass, to make the round complete the circuit.
Yeah, ye should not round, so you shouldn't go around the corners of your head. That's the corners of your head, and striking off the skin. And for the word mar, the corners of thy beard, I believe that word mar means to destroy.
To destroy, corrupt, go to ruin, to decay.
Right, so you ruining the corners of your beard. The corners of your beard. And you're not supposed to be getting lineups, because even when you get lineups, after you go and getting the haircut in the lineup, they go ahead and cover your eyes and they spray your hair with alcohol because you got cut. You got little cuts in your skin, and that's why you get a little burn, because the alcohol is for the cut in the skin.
The Hamites started lineups. The Hamites are the so-called African.
And we're not supposed to follow the ways of the heathen. Leviticus 18 verse 3. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do, neither shall ye walk in their ordinances. So we shouldn't follow the ways of these Canaanites, the so-called Africans today, from the descendant of Ham. We shouldn't follow their ways. Samson.
But yeah, chosen generation.
I forgot to write the verse that was chosen generation.
When we go to Jericho.
Huh? When we go to Jordan?
We're gonna get a couple of scriptures about dreadlocks. We're gonna go to 16 verse We're gonna go to Judges 16, verse 3, verse 13. Salaki.
Judges chapter 16, verse 13. And Delilah said unto Samson, Hither thereto thou hast mocked me, and told me lies. Tell me wherewith thou mightest be bound. And he said unto her, If thou weavest the 7 locks of my head with the web. And she fastened it with the pin. And she said unto him, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he walked out of his sleep and went away with the pin of the beam and with the web.
So if Samson had dreadlocks, then why would he tell Delilah to weave the 7 locks of my head with the web? And you can't use a pen. A pen, there's no way a pen can go through dreadlocks. So if he had dreadlocks, then why would he tell her to weave the 7 locks? Weavers means to braid. So it was obvious that he had a fro at that time. So that's why he told her to weavers him with 7 locks. And I looked up locks. Locks are simply a group of hair, and it doesn't have to be matted together. So if you have braids, that's braids is a lock, or a plait is a lock. Locks is just a group of hair together. And I did some research, and dreadlocks originated from the Hindus, from the false god Shiva. And basically Shiva, they believe that that if you keep all your hair, then that's how you get energy. You store up your energy keep your energy in your head, which is false doctrine. It's nowhere in the Bible. And the Benjamites, the so-called Jamaicans, they worship the false god Salacy. That's how you say it? Salacy?
Yeah, I think so.
And the word ganja is a Hindu word. And also the Africans and the Pakistanis wore dreadlocks before the Rastas. So those are both heathen nations. So we're not supposed to follow the ways of the heathen. We're supposed to be set apart from them. When you walk down the street, how you supposed to know if that's an Israelite? The Israelites wore afros, braids, and short hair.
Or plaits. And all our strength, it comes from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Because in the Old Testament, all our battles, when he was with us, that's when we won the battle. And when he wasn't with us, when he turned his back from us, that's when we lose all our battles. That's how we got conquered in the first place, because he turned his back from us. And these Edomites and all these other nations, they took us in captivity. So Samson, he ultimately got his strength from Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. It wasn't his hair.
I got a scripture. It's 1 John 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. So he told us not to follow the ways of the heathen. We're not supposed to be getting lineups. We're not supposed to have dreadlocks like the other heathen nations, like the Hindus, the Pakistans.
Right, and he said his commandments are not grievous, they're not hard. People always make the excuse that, oh, we in captivity, so we gotta line our hair up to look nice for Esau for a job interview. But Esau, at the end of the day, if you cut your hair or you trim your beard down a little bit, which is lawful, he doesn't care about the lineup. Really, Jakes want to do that for the women, because they want to look sharp. But that was never our custom. And following the ways of the heathen, that's just something that we got used to in this captivity. And people always want to say, oh, we're in captivity, so we got to do it.
If you lining your hair up, trying to look good for the women, then your priorities is not straight. Your mindset should be pleasing Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, not these harlots.
I got one more scripture. That's pretty much it. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 17. Ye shall diligently keep the commandments of Yahweh your power, and his testimonies, and his statutes which he hath commanded thee. So we should consistently and make haste to keep his commandments. Once we hear this truth, we should make haste to keep these commandments. You know, like it said in 1 John 5 and 3, his commandments are not grievous.
I got a precept, 1 Peter 2 and 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation. So we a holy nation. Holy means separate. So we supposed to separate ourselves from these other nations. A peculiar people, that ye should show forth his praises of him who have called you out of darkness into a marvelous light. And who's the light? Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah is the light. So whatever we was doing before we came into this truth, we're supposed to leave that behind. What you bring up about not making baldness?
You want to?
Yeah. And then they go into the tattoos too.
Leviticus chapter 21, verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corners of their beard, nor make any cuttings in their flesh.
So we're not supposed to be getting our head bald like Michael Jordan. If you have a forehead bald, you can't help that. But the size of your head, you should still have hair on it. You shouldn't be trying to look nice for anybody. So and when it says they should not shave off the corners of their beard, well, obviously that means we shouldn't be shaving our beards, because that's how you tell the difference between a man and a woman. And we're supposed to be keeping our beards because that's a sign of your manhood. That's how you tell the difference between a boy and a man. When they hit puberty, they start growing facial hair, just like the lions. You can tell the difference between a young lion and a lion that's in its adult stage because they have a mane. So that's why we need to be keeping our beards and shaving our beards. That's bringing on a feminine spirit. And when it says nor make any cuttings in the flesh, that's talking about tattoos. We shouldn't be following the ways of the heathens. Go back to not following the ways of the heathens. So we shouldn't be getting tattoos. We shouldn't be cutting our beards, trying to look young again. And we shouldn't be making no baldness upon our head.
Leviticus 19 and 28. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. That's getting tattoos. Like, that's printing marks upon you. That's it on the topic. Just a short topic, a few laws that that some people can get it mixed up, but it's really basic milk. Close out and give all honors to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.